Fame wasn't something Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen were chasing. In fact, it all began by accident. Their mother casually sent in a photo of the twins to a casting agency, and before anyone knew it, the girls landed a role on Full House. At just 9 months old, they became the youngest stars on one of the biggest shows of the 90s. But the glamorous world of television wasn't as sweet as it looked from the outside. John Stamos, who played Uncle Jesse, later admitted the twins were tough to work with. They cried constantly during filming, making scenes hard to shoot. At one point, producers even recast them. But the replacements didn't work out, and the twins were brought back. During the first season, it was mostly Mary-Kate on screen. Ashley was too scared to be in front of the cameras. While the public fell in love with the adorable Olsen twins, they were just babies being pushed into a world they didn't understand. The press didn't hold back. They were constantly in the spotlight, with everyone analyzing their every move. A Washington Post article in 1991 bluntly stated that the girls had little acting talent, but still managed to become America's sweethearts. This kind of attention, especially so young, started to mess with their sense of identity. When Full House ended in 1995, things got even messier. At the same time, their parents went through a painful divorce. Their father, Dave Olsen, had already started a relationship with someone else before the split became official. Just a month after the divorce, he married his new partner. Ashley skipped the wedding and stayed with their mom, while Mary-Kate attended. That quiet decision spoke volumes. Their world was shifting fast, both publicly and privately. Despite everything, they tried to maintain some normalcy. They attended a private school in Studio City and talked about sleepovers and school friends. But that normal life never really existed. Even their senior prom was replaced with hosting Saturday Night Live. Instead of teenage fun, they were promoting their film New York Minute. The girls joked about missing out, but behind the laughter was a constant pressure to perform. As they stepped into adulthood, things got darker. Mary-Kate began struggling with serious health issues. By the time she turned 18, rumors about her eating disorder were everywhere. Just after graduation, she was admitted to a rehab center. Her father and therapist had intervened, scared for her life. A source told People magazine they feared finding her unconscious because she wasn't eating. Their appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show was supposed to help shift the focus. But Oprah's questions about their weight and dress sizes didn't help. Ashley tried to move the conversation elsewhere, but Oprah pushed on, leaving the girls visibly uncomfortable. Mary-Kate had been hiding her disorder even from those closest to her. Directors and co-stars later admitted they had no idea she was struggling. By 2008, Mary-Kate finally opened up in an interview with Elle, saying she didn't want to go through life with her eyes shut anymore. But by then, the media had already painted a damaging picture. Rumors swirled about drug use, and the twins themselves made jokes about their weight during an episode of Saturday Night Live. But for Mary-Kate, the struggle was real, not a punchline. College wasn't the safe haven they had hoped for either. In 2004, they enrolled at NYU and bought a $7.3 million penthouse. But they never actually moved in. Reports claimed Mary-Kate was missing classes and might switch to independent study. Eventually, she took a leave of absence. Rumors said it was due to a second treatment for her disorder. While she had support from therapists and coaches, the pressure of being a college student and a global brand was too much. Then came the betrayal. Spencer Pratt, known for The Hills, claimed he made $50,000 by selling a photo of Mary-Kate at a party. The two got into a public feud, with Pratt throwing nasty comments her way. That was just one example of how every moment of their lives was up for sale. Their transition from child stars to fashion moguls wasn't smooth either. In the early 2000s, websites even had creepy countdowns to their 18th birthdays. The public obsession with them only intensified. Ashley once sued the National Enquirer for $40 million after they published a misleading story suggesting she passed out from drug use. Even after the outlet apologized, the emotional damage was already done. They kept trying to step away from the spotlight. They didn't appear in the Fuller House reboot and rarely did interviews. They even avoided social media. Instead, they focused on their fashion empire. Their label, The Row, became a high-end brand selling pieces that cost thousands. They managed to sell out a $39,000 alligator backpack, which sparked criticism from animal rights activists. Still, they couldn't escape the drama. In 2015, they were hit with a class action lawsuit from unpaid interns who worked grueling hours. Though the case was settled for $140,000, it raised eyebrows about working conditions behind their glamorous image. Mary-Kate's personal life made headlines again in 2020. Her marriage to Olivier Sarkozy fell apart during the pandemic. She filed for divorce, but faced delays due to court closures. Sarkozy allegedly tried to kick her out of their home, giving her only days to pack up. With nowhere to go, she moved in with Ashley and close friends. Then came another heartbreaking moment, the death of Bob Saget in 2022. Despite staying away from acting, the twins stayed in touch with their TV dad. They attended his funeral and called him the most generous and loving man. Ashley had her own battles, too. She was diagnosed with Lyme disease in its late stages and later suffered complications from a cosmetic surgery that went wrong. Her face swelled and bruised, and she had to undergo intensive treatment. Despite everything, she stayed strong, even hinting she wouldn't rule out more procedures, but would be more careful in the future. Today, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen live far from the flashing cameras that once followed them everywhere. Their brand remains strong, and their silence speaks louder than any tabloid headline. From child stars to fashion powerhouses, their story is a roller coaster of fame, pain, and quiet resilience. If you found this story surprising or eye-opening, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more untold stories that pull back the curtain on fame.